We're back. How you guys doing? Welcome to Seekers Chronicles Paranormal Historians, where history meets the paranormal. And that's where we come in because we're not normal. So, yeah, hey.
Hey
So
there. Hi,
how's
everybody.
everybody? Yeah, we got a couple of people in the audience already. We're going to have a
Yeah,
great show for
coming in.
you. Great friend. And so here we go. Jennie.
I feel like you should go first tonight because you had a very exciting weekend and last night.
Oh, last night I was at the Shanley Hotel. I was speaking for Casper Meetup. It's a paranormal group. It's the Catskills Paranormal. It's a big name. That's how they spell Casper. So it's the Casper Meetup group.
Catskill area. Yes,
With,
society. Yeah.
William Helms. And they invited me. His monthly meetup is at the Shanley Hotel in one of my favorite places.
Here we go. Wait, bingo. Check.
Bingo. That's a bingo. And
That's a bingo card.
yeah, every show we talk about the Shanley or whatever. So, I got actually to, I actually got to show how I'm starting to show a class called sketching with spirits, and I gave a basic class on how to draw, and then I had everybody draw something. I gave them pads and they drew and everything. So it's pretty cool. And it was interesting because afterwards, there was a couple of things in the that Bill Helms, he had a bunch of different history and stuff like that. And the people, because I had them right before they drew, I had them close their eyes and meditate a little bit. And then they just started drawing what came to them. And a couple of things about 3 people that just did that and just drew, their picture matched a lot of the evidence that was that they got at the hotel. So
nice.
I thought that was pretty cool because these people never drew anything to do with spirits.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they're getting these drawings that match part of the, some of the information that he have got through the times he's been there. So I
That's
thought
very
cool how that
That's
works.
always cool. That's always cool when that happens, right? Like, isn't that the goal? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then I stayed at the place overnight by myself. And it was a good night. It was really good. We got to investigate. We went to the bordello. We investigated a lot of the bordello, different locations, the gentleman's quarters. And we were getting stuff. We were really pretty good. There's
Very
2 guys there, Dan and Scott, and we had them doing the Estes, and it seemed like Anna liked Scott a little bit.
Oh,
because we asked, who do you like, Dan or Scott? And the name Scott came up clearly. I
wonder if it was Scotty.
Well,
because look who's here. Hi,
here
Sarah.
He is. Here he is. Shanley. Where's the Shanley? I don't know. I've never heard the place.
I know, really? Shocker. He's never been there before.
Yeah, I don't know. Where the Shanley?
How many times this year? 4 so far?
This is my this is my 4th time so far this year. I've been there. Started in January. Hello. What's up? Sup. I can't say like the way he says it, so but it's pretty cool. So yeah, I had a good time last night. I got home this morning, and and I got my Shanley shirt on. I'm so proud to be there.
I love it.
I love it. It's great. So
I got my Penhurst shirt on from when we went, and you picked the purple sweatshirt. I said, Anthony, should I get the blue one or the purple one? He said the purple, so I got the blue.
Yeah, and everybody's telling you get the blue one. Get the blue one. I said, no, the purple one's better for you. It's more you. Because okay. She seems to like it. Okay, good.
It's like purple or blue? Purple. Okay, I'll get the blue.
I like what's underneath your name, possibly a vampire.
I know. It was supposed to be a joke for you, and then I never changed it. Oh, well.
So how about this? What's that? That was the last investigation.
Never mind that.
The best part about it is she's a vegetarian, but she'll take a nip out of your neck. I don't understand that.
How it goes.
I have a joke about vegetarian. If two vegetarians have an argument, can you call it a beef?
Oh, God,
It's
so
stupid joke.
bad.
Hey, it's a dad joke. And you know what I'm saying? It's a dad joke. And I'm a
I
dad.
kind of love that though.
You call it a beef.
Well,
Hey. So
Sarah's got her Shanley hoodie on too, so it's Team Shanley's.
awesome. Awesome.
And I love Mary Beth says blue matches my eyes, which are like olive green. But thank you. No, thank you.
I'll agree. So
Ah. So
how
anyway,
was
I'm
your
glad you had a good weekend. I'm glad you had a good night. That's awesome. Because typically you're like, Jennie, where'd you go?
where'd you go? Did you do anything this
This time
weekend? I
it's
know
like
you did.
Anthoiny.
You do anything this weekend?
No, I spent it with my parents.
Oh, okay. So you actually stayed home?
Yeah. Got to see my parents. They came to visit, which was really cool. I rarely see them, so it was really nice.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yep.
Family, like I
I
always
needed
say,
it.
family's always first. You gotta
Always.
learn to live. You gotta learn to live with the living, then understanding the dead. Because if
Right.
you don't understand what's going on in the living, how can you ask questions to the dead people, the EVPs and
Yep.
stuff? You won't.
This is what matters. Definitely.
Dead lives
Definitely.
matter.
So we might want to explain somebody's missing tonight.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You want to do it? Go ahead.
No, you can. Well,
Okay. Well, we all know that Kimm, our partner here, our the three amigos that we are, is a veterinarian, and her horse racing season has begun. So she will be here few and far between times, I guess, until till that's over. As always, we'll have her back as soon as possible. But she is, doing her job as a vet, taking care of those horses right now. So
yeah,
she'll be back. She'll be back. She'll be doing readings as well on location. So if you that's the fan favorite part, and we'll keep giving her pictures, and she'll be recording some readings. So you'll still see her face.
Why don't you start? What we doing next weekend? Next we could go for this one and next Thursday. What are we doing?
Thursday.
Not this Thursday. Next.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about next Thursday, the 30th?
Yeah.
Okay. The 30th, on the 30th, Anthoiny and I will be in Chester, New Jersey for a witches' night, a Walpurgis festival, a dance, and then an investigation at the PH Steakhouse in Chester, a place that we love and have investigated several times together. We're together doing that. So we're going to be there with Haunted History Productions. If anyone's in New Jersey, come on out, get a nice meal.
Wasn't Kimm coming with us too?
Do some investigating.
Wasn't Kimm coming with us also?
Hmm?
Kimm. Is she going to be there?
Kimm is coming as well. Kimm will be there.
So we have the three of us there.
There.
Us and Richard and Marcella. Yeah, it's going to be a good day. We could dance with the witch. I'll get my broom out and start twerking.
There you go. I want to see Anthoiny dancing with the broom. Come see that.
That'd be well worth the price of admission.
It sure would. No, it's good food. It's good fun and great group. So we'll have fun. That's what we're doing. Are we ready?
I guess we are. Yes.
Can you tell I'm super anxious for this guest?
Yeah,
tonight?
I know.
I am. I'm so excited for this guest tonight.
Are you going to fangirl on us tonight?
I'm a little bit of a fangirl. Yeah, tonight.
Fangirl tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got the honors.
Okay. So real quickly, tonight we have the absolutely beautiful and wonderful Gwen Johns, and she is the producer of the All Access Network Television, and which I enjoy and subscribe to, and you should too. So let's bring her on and meet her. Welcome.
Hey guys, you got me blushing.
Good. You deserve it. No, good stuff. You got good stuff, and we can't wait to share it.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, I seen her last week because I was on one of her shows.
He did.
Yes. But was it refry? Yeah,
Southern Fried Paranormal.
Southern Fried Paranormal. It was an interesting show. We had a good time. The guy had longer hair than me, so.
He did. And at Christmas, he does the whole beard, and he actually looks like Santa because it's all white. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
He really does.
It was nice. It was a good show.
Yeah. Thank you guys for inviting me. I've been excited, actually. Because I
We're
do
so
this
happy that you're
sometimes.
here.
Thank you. I do this sometimes on different shows, but I tell you, it's fun to be on this side because I even had my mouse in my hand for whatever reason. That's crazy, but because I'm always in the back. Or, no, I do co-host some of the shows, um, so I get to have a little fun. But it's fun to go on somebody else's show, totally
Yeah.
off the network.
Tonight's like your night
Right.
off. Well, kind of, because you're still worried about what's going on. But yeah, it's your night off. So we'll talk. Hey, we'll talk your ear off if you need to.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know. So
It's different to be a guest, right? When you're used to being like when Anthoiny and I go on podcasts, I find myself asking questions, asking the host questions. I'm like, sorry.
That's what I
sorry.
told you guys before the show. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
just watch out because I'll flip it by not thinking about it and just start asking you stuff.
Go for it.
Think about
We'll have a
it.
nice conversation. It'll be,
Yeah.
We'll get to know each other.
Yeah, that's the best thing about this. It's you don't have
Yeah.
to. We enjoy each other's company, and it's we always start with paranormal, ghosts, and history, and everything, and we always end up with the food. So
Always end up with food. Always. So
Ooh,
keep that in mind.
I
That
will.
question is going to, food questions will come up.
Okay.
yep, they will. So
Alrighty.
we always start with the silliest question first.
I
So
know.
Okay.
this is a common question on every show. How did you get into the paranormal? Was it as you were growing up, or did you find it later in life, or you don't care about it and just do the show? What?
Oh no, no,
Tell
no.
us the truth. Tell us the
Okay.
truth.
The truth is, and that
Can you
I
handle the
always make
truth?
Anthony do this thing for me too. What do I always tell you to do for me, Anthony? What I always say,
Oh.
say it for me. Just say it one time.
Well, it would
Look
be,
at he's blushing.
how you doing?
There you go. I love
Oh,
it.
How
yeah,
you
that's
doing?
good.
Every time I see her,
Good
if I
stuff.
see her on a show, goes, say it for me, say it for me. How you doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you-
I'm enjoying both of you tonight with the way both of you speak tonight.
It's fun. So, all my life, I saw things, I heard things, smelled, tasted, knew things, even little, and but I got kind of blocked because when I was little, I'll just go ahead and tell the story. I don't tell it all the time, but I dreamed I was supposed to go to a friend's house, an old like a couple that was friends with my parents. We were real close. I was supposed to go to their house, and I didn't. And I woke up in the middle of the night, bad dream, house on fire. My mom got really, nothing's wrong. And then my mother woke me up super early the next morning and told me, and I'll never forget it. And this blocked me for many, many, many years. She told me their house had burnt down and that I was never to tell anybody. And when a Southern mama puts that finger in your face and says, never tell anybody, it sticks with you.
Yeah.
So all through my teenage years. And then I worked in the hospital. And I was a paramedic for many years until I got injured. Yeah, there's one of my guys. And then finally, probably less than a dozen years ago, I just said, you know what? I don't care anymore. I don't care what people think. I don't care. I'm going to accept it. And honestly, I feel better. I'm living my best life. And everything has blown up. We started this network. Yeah, that's what the guys do. The network has blown up. We have, at last count, we have like 21 shows currently, and we have a handful coming. Before the show ends, I might read my list or show you the poster. I tried to load it up and I kicked myself off. But basically, that's how it happened. Even as a medic, I saw stuff, but I rarely said anything to anybody and it wasn't exactly fear, but you tell people, oh, you're crazy. And I'd have a partner and I would kind of slip up because, it's bizarre to walk into a scene and see the person, but then their spirit like somewhere else or even looking at themselves. So, but now I'm all in. I love to investigate. I have abilities that I don't really talk about a lot because I like to be known as the producer. And my friends, some of those are on here now. They just they say you should accept it, and I'm like, I've accepted it. And once this is leveled off, I'll go more into it. And I'm a very spiritual person, not super religious, so that's kind of a thing too. So.
No, you could let your stuff go here. Hey, we could reverse to here. You know what I'm saying?
I will. And I
What
saw
are we here for? We got 2 hours to kill, so you got to
2
give.
hours.
You got to spill some stuff.
I will.
Yeah. By the end of the 2 hours, we're gonna know your passwords. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna know your.
You'll
first
be like, let me get my pen. Yeah. Well, I will tell them a funny. We were at Gettysburg last year, and I believe both of you guys were there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Weren't you?
We
Okay.
were together.
I remember.
Yep.
Yep. I remember speaking to Anthony, and I spoke to you. But I remember then, it was crazy, just wide open. And then at night, it was raining, and you guys were sitting like next to the door. And I came out and spoke to you guys, but it was raining, and people were just, and it was getting kind of late. So, but
Yeah.
I know.
Getting a little
hopefully
crazy.
I was out there at 3 o'clock in the morning in that rain.
Yeah.
And then I got up and I went to bed. And then I had to get up the next day to set up to go and finish the show.
Yeah, we did too. But Litriana, who is the CEO with me in the network, she's the CEO and I produce. She kind of drugged me to bed. So she was like, come on. And I'm like, I'm not sleepy yet because I have insomnia. That's how I get a lot of stuff done in the middle of the night. So
hello.
Yeah,
Why do you think my thing says probably a vampire?
I love it. I love it. I told you, please leave it because it makes sense to me. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning.
Woohoo.
Yeah. And I had told them the story that my Facebook for like 3 days, my messenger wouldn't work. And I was like panicking and my people were panicking.
No.
And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, in the middle of the night, my phone starts going bzz, beep, bzz, bzz, and it did it for like an hour, catching up on all the messages. And
I thought that was my phone with the messages. Because I was getting it on my computer, the Facebook messages, but I wasn't getting it on my phone. I'm like, I do everything. So that's crazy. So I had another phone. I used that, and I'm like, then that died. I mean, it was like, So I was like, oh, I have to get home and get on the computer and do something. See, I was hoping I was on the computer, I could get it. And the shows, everything in the shows, like you want to make everything show, you're constantly on top of everything. Like I said, I go with this show, go a little nuts trying to get guests and everything like that. You got 21 shows. I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
Well,
we have
one. I'll be real with you. I only do my shows on my computer because my computer, when I got it, was right before we started the network, and it's not powerful enough to do everything. So basically, I do these shows on the computer, and I do everything else on my phone. So I burned through a phone in a few months.
Wow.
That's why I don't get super expensive ones. And I'm gonna go ahead and speak to him. Eternal X Wolfpack, that's my buddy Sean. He backs me up when I can't do something. He's actually gonna start one of the shows for me tonight that starts at 10. So I don't have to worry about it. Blaine. Yep, Blaine's like a brother. And Jeremy's one of my guys too. He's like a brother also. And
Jeremy, yeah. I'm gonna be on his show soon too.
Jeremy. Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah,
Jeremy's been on our show.
Has he? Nice.
Yeah, we had him on the show.
Nice. I love him to death. He will check on me every day, and he's got this energy about him. He's so excited to be doing this. He does, and I love it.
He loves life.
He does.
We love Jeremy. He's got a great energy. We had him on right after the main Paracon, and they were both really amped up from that.
Oh yeah.
That's when I got a little close with him because I met him a couple other times, but at the main Paracon we hung out. We got breakfast together and stuff like that. Him, his wife, and stuff. And
oh yeah, Jean is cool. She is, but she's a little more quiet than he is, and it makes just a good team, I think. But I hope to get to go to Maine this year, but we will see. I got a lot between now and them to do.
I won't be at Maine. I did Maine Con this year, unfortunately.
It's so hard, and there's so many. And things are expensive. You have to pick and choose.
Well, I'm going to be talking at the in Massachusetts. It's called the Fairy and Art Festival. Fairies and Art Festival.
Like,
and they're going to have. I'm going to be showing my class there with the spirit art.
Oh, that's so cool! I can't draw a stick figure, so I envy him so much.
We'll get you. We'll get you.
We are the same, Gwen.
I can't.
We can stay up all night not drawing.
Yeah, exactly. I'll have ads for all the shows. and everything, but I can't draw a stick figure. I actually drew a tree a few years ago, and do you know those little magnetic, not magnetic, but
yeah.
they don't stick like glue, but it sticks on static things. No, that's not it. But anyway, it looks like a chalkboard,
yeah.
little chalkboard.
Mhm.
And I drew a tree a couple winters ago. Well, probably 4 or 5 actually, and I still have that thing on my wall because that's the best thing I've ever drawn. I'm so proud of my little drawing.
I'll give you the
No
basics.
erase that.
That's what I've been doing with the classes. I've been giving you the basics on how to draw a face and stuff like that. Because everything should match circle. Your whole body's it's circles and squares and triangles and
Whatever you say.
Yeah.
I can't draw at all.
I
Not at
can't
all.
even. I loved art in school, but I'll be real with you, I wasn't great at it. I just enjoyed it. So I
Well-
definitely try. Christy, hey too. I'm trying to when I do this
know.
during my shows, they know I always do that. So there's Christy who
And
tunes in.
Thomas.
Thomas, hey Thomas.
Wow, you got all your shows showing up. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love being
I
called
need
over
to show
here.
you any guests. You got 2 here. We like to talk.
Everybody's welcome. We have fun here. We
Yeah.
have fun
Yeah.
here. So
Gorgeous, weird.
so when you let's go back to you and your story. So
Okay.
we get sidetracked very easily.
Yeah.
So
we did.
you're no longer
We're
blocked.
like 5-year-old
Wonderful.
kids. We're doing something, and when something else happens, it's like, what happened there?
Yeah.
Pig trails
Of course.
or pig trails, and we call them something else too, but pig trails. Go off on little pig trails.
It's like, hey, what's that?
Right. We got distracted by the fairies because everybody's into that. Like we had a guest, Andrew Warburton, who writes books about
Yes.
fairies. And
Yes.
I mean, Kimm and I read the book and we were just mesmerized by it. Like we loved it so much. And now we're all about it. We're all about that. Now we're
He's
all
gonna
about
get
the
the
fairies.
fast I'm
Everywhere we
doing
go.
with the fairies. He's one of the lead the speakers, and
Mhm.
after they're going to go on a little this wooded area,
Yes.
and they're going to look for fairies.
Yeah.
Them and
See,
Bonnie.
come
Bonnie's
on.
the one
I would
going.
love to do that.
I want to
would.
do it.
Yeah, I would. I have a friend that's going to build a fairy garden,
Nice.
and that's going to be very cool.
Nice. I just want to be out in the woods. That's me. Like I love that. I love outdoor investigations. I love that. So
I do too. So we'll get back. I was younger and I denied my stuff for so long, and now I don't. I think that's where
and
we
then she
stopped.
said, like, screw it. I'm just gonna open up. No
I
regrets.
didn't know if I could
I love
cuss,
it.
so I did. I said, well, I
You
said
can-
the
oh,
F
you
word. Yeah.
You can, and I probably will. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Um,
don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. But yes, I said the F word. I said F it. I'm gonna just say right now.
Yep.
And
Yep.
now
This is
I,
YouTube. See what you like.
there you go. And I just pretty much have let go, and I've had some wonderful people that have helped me. Litriana and her husband Matt, Blaine, Thomas, and all my other friends who just let me be me, which is sometimes we jokingly say that can be bad sometimes, but it's me.
Oh my God.
It's me.
You have a lot on your plate. I know this is what we say. This is another thing we say every week is that fairies, I agree, fairy and fae are not what we think, right? They don't look like me, like Tinkerbell.
That's true.
And that's what Andrews talks about in his books.
Mhm.
That's how he says and how that comes over, and that's pretty cool. And I never was into fairies and all that stuff, and it's through the paranormal, I go in like these dark places that have asbestos and no power and stuff, but now he opened my mind a little bit with all this other stuff. So,
Well, Andrew has been on a show a couple, at least 2. I honestly, I lose track because there's so many, but he was very interesting, and he's got other stuff going on. But when I was in Salem, whenever the Salem Con was, I'm sorry, Thomas, I have forgot the date, but we actually were near him, and I got to check out some of his books, and I have recently tried to at least skim over a few of them, and they are super interesting. I mean, really are.
Yeah. He has a new book coming out of Appalachia.
Yes. Which is not far from me. So that's actually
okay. That was the next question because people did ask if you were in Texas. Someone asked if you were in Texas. You are not.
Oh, I
in
didn't
Texas.
see everything. No, I am actually in South Carolina.
Right.
Yeah.
South Carolina.
South
Beautiful.
Carolina. But I am not very far from North Carolina. I'm in what we consider the upstate. So it only takes maybe an hour and a half, if that, to get to somewhere major in North Carolina. So I'm very close, which is good.
The upstate, you call it?
Yeah, we call it the upstate.
Nice.
Yeah, I've heard that too. But it's, if you look on the map and you kind of divide it in half, I'm in the upper part of it. So I'm about 4 hours from, if anybody is familiar, from Myrtle Beach, which is one a lot of people know.
Mhm.
But,
Right. Are you on the east side or the more west or central?
I think if I look in the map, I believe I'm sort of kind of in the middle. But I consider it east, but I actually need to look. That's a good question, actually. But yeah, it's
Okay.
I'm sort of in the middle, but upstate. It's kind of odd.
Get the map out and just go, I'm here.
Okay. But you're not
Pretty
coastal. I gotcha.
All,
I gotcha.
Yeah,
yeah.
pretty much.
So
I
I mean,
gotcha.
you've been around and around people and all this stuff, and you go investigating too, don't you?
I do.
So what's like one of the places that you always draws you back?
Actually, I have the shirt on. It's last year I did a project. It's Broadhead Manor in Wisconsin.
Wow. Okay.
It's Home Away from Home. Love Bill. I'm going back in first part of June for the Bearded Brothers Brawl. There it is. I had to spit it out.
Bearded Brothers Brawl.
Say that again. The Bearded Brothers Brawl.
Yeah. It's like
Okay.
a fundraising event, but it's awesome. But yeah, last year I went to Wisconsin up on the reservation, the Mohican Reservation. And I traveled with my friend Bobby Resnick Calkins, who actually has a show also on our network. And we went from Wisconsin to South Carolina and back to Wisconsin, investigating different places, staying in haunted places, camping, visiting different people and that kind of stuff. And one day when I get time to finish it, it'll be a documentary called Paranormal Walkabout.
Okay.
That was
Nice.
so I was on the road 3 months, just on the road. But I traveled a lot last year doing that kind of thing. So
That's awesome.
but I have to say, Broadhead is near and dear to my heart. I feel at home there, and I have been probably 8 times since the first time. And like I said, I'm going back, and it's very interesting place.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about it. What is it? It's a house?
It's what they call it,
Manor?
Broadhead Manor, and it's in Broadhead,
Manor.
Wisconsin. Bill Walter owns it and runs it, and it is an old, I believe it was a middle school. Now that I may have wrong, Bill, don't kill me. But it's huge. And he has a lot of events and things in the gym. He's doing renovations now because of some of the bad weather they had up there over the winter.
Oh yeah.
Is original. It's a lot of everything, to be real with. That's what I was about to go to. Hey, GC. Honestly, it has tons of spirits. It has Native American links on the property. It has a railroad track that runs right next to it, or railroad that still works. So that tells you a little bit. And it has water near it. It has elementals. It has just different stuff. I don't want to give it away, but the building is huge, and in each part of it, it's just wonderful. And he even has quarters that people can stay there. He does not rent them out, but like when I go up there, I always stay there.
Nice.
I don't want to tell everything, but it's just a great place. It has a little bit of everything, which I think is fun. It makes it fun,
And you'll have
For
all
sure.
the things with the causing, that could happen while there's any kind of event, the hauntings there, because you got train tracks, you got the water, you got all these other stuff that's going on that probably comes together to help this place. And, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've definitely heard of it.
Yeah,
I haven't. I haven't been there though, so that'll be on my. I'm writing it down.
Please put it on your
my
list.
list.
I know.
Put it on my list.
He's not doing as many things this year.
Mhm.
But I do know next year he's probably going to crank it wide open. There's just been like with redoing it, he pretty much does it. He does hire people to do certain things, but he can do a lot of it on himself because he has a history with that. But It's just a really good
Right.
place. It has a variety of all kinds of things, which makes it just. First time I walked in, all night, I'll tell you this, all night, there's some children that live, that are there in spirit, and they called my name all night, and I was just let me sleep just a little bit. And the people I was at, we were actually they were full inside, so we stayed in tents, and I had somebody look at me and go, "What are you talking about?" And I was just like, "Just go back to sleep, just go back to sleep." It was Gwen. They were excited. Because one of my spirit guides is a child, and I guess they were just excited.
Yeah,
but,
they got drawn to you.
Yeah,
And
I can see
Gwen
that.
is not a name that you hear all the time, so that's interesting also.
Oh yeah,
right.
That's interesting that they're calling your name, because it's not a name that I know. You're the only one I know.
Really?
You're the only one I know.
Really? That's interesting. And you know what? I was not. I'm even though I have people call me different things. My name is just actually Gwen. It's not Guinevere, whatever,
Gwendolyn,
whatever.
nothing like that.
No, but I have people call me different things for like nicknames or just and I think it's kind of cute.
I've been called nicknames too. Some of them I don't appreciate. You know what I'm saying?
Well, funny enough, on some of the investigations, I get called names also. They're probably not the best thing.
Haven't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have you really investigated, right? Until you've been called names or, told to get out.
Until you've been in what was historically a brothel and been called, and I'm going to cuss if you need to put some kind of banner.
Go for it. No, go for it.
I've been called a bruja, which is funny to me. I've been called a witch, which is
yes,
but
that's
I've been called I got called a whore, but I'm assuming it was a cowboy because it had that little accent. But I was in an ex brothel, and that's what females did. You were either the madam or so. Some other choice things. I've been called the B word several times. Well, more than that, but
we all been called. I mean, it's like okay.
So is Anthony. He gets called that all the time.
I'm called.
I'm just kidding.
I'm called a lot of things on investigations, and I'm like, it is what it is. Hey, you're not going to bother me.
I tell them thank you most of the time, and people just look at me and I'm like, this is their spot. We're visiting them, so I'm just respectful. Always respectful, never provoking, that kind of thing, and
hey, buddy.
Yeah, just I don't know. I enjoy it, and I get the most. I took a little break once I came back, and I haven't gone a lot since I got back because I was steady investigating for all those months. And but now I have a little bit here and there, and I'm about ready to get cranked up again.
Yeah,
we get you up here. We'll get you the
back up.
I'll get you.
That's on my bucket list. You don't know.
We'll fill that bucket for you.
Man, I would love
get that bucket filled. We'll get that done.
I will.
Get it done. Like you guys say down there. Get it done.
Get her done.
Get it done. Like you say down south.
You two are going to have just like talk in each other's accents all night. You should switch.
Well, if I could, you know what? I'm going to practice. And when we get to investigate together, we'll try to do each other's accent. That'd be cute.
Yeah, we'll talk like each other.
There you go. You're going to do a good forget about it.
I'll practice. I will practice.
Forget about it. You gotta use hands.
You gotta use
the hands.
So we started with Kimm's.
We lost you for a minute there, Jen.
Uh-oh. I thought it was me.
Oh, somebody froze.
No, it's me, I think. So we have started with Kimm's question, which is always like, what place are you drawn to? Because everybody has a place, right?
Yeah,
who just something in your heart just gets drawn to it, right? And you can't always explain it.
No.
I mean, especially
I will
somebody
say, I have a place also. Now that's the place I've been, but I am obsessed with Scotland. One day I would love to go to Scotland and just travel.
That's one of the top places I've been wanting to go.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. People, I think that it's because of past lives. And I feel like it is. And one day maybe that's on my bucket list.
Are you Scottish?
I'm English, Irish, Scottish, Native American, German, a little bit of Cameroon. There's something else in there that I'm forgetting. Yeah.
She's the whole UN. She's the UN.
I'm the UN.
She's the UN. She has everything in it, a little bit of every country there.
I love that.
That's a lot.
I love that.
But I have a question about the Shanley, if you don't mind. Now I get it in the Stanley a little messed up because and don't get offended, but I've never been.
No.
I met somebody at Wisconsin last year at the Broadhead. His name was Sal. And is Sal's family Sal Jr.? Yes. Was his dad at the Shanley?
No.
He was
that's Sal. His father was one of the original. Well, when they reopened it, because the Shanley was abandoned for years, and he bought it and he started fixing it up. His father, and that's when he made it more back then into a paranormal. Because he tried to open it as a hotel, he didn't work out. So he started pulling, he started fixing it up and made it into a paranormal thing, and paranormal people started investigating. And Sal had it for a while, then he got sick, and I think his wife took it over, and then Kelly bought it.
Yeah,
that's who owns it now.
Right.
And Kelly did a phenomenal job at that place.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I remember when I first used to go there on the third floor. That's where the floor was like all haunted and stuff like that. All the different things. There was bags on the windows, garbage bags.
Really?
So you'd be walking down the hall, and you're like, "What's that noise? What's that noise?" And it was like the wind blowing. I mean, yeah. But Kelly and her husband, they did such a phenomenal job in there, and
they did.
It's unbelievable what it was. Because Sal did his best to get everything in order, and he did do his best to get it, so much money, and now Kelly's took over, and I mean, it's such from night to day.
Well, I met him at Broadhead last year, and he actually gave me my nickname that a lot of people use now. He calls me Southern Spice.
Southern Spice. Like a wrestler.
Okay, I saw that.
Yeah,
that's from Sal. This is like such an interesting connection, because Anthoiny and the Shanley, and then Sal. And this is really.
But yeah, and I haven't talked. Every once in a while we would like see each other on Facebook or he. But I would love to. I didn't get to actually investigate him, but I thought that would be cool. And if we could all go to the Shanley together with him, man, how cool would that be?
Yeah.
That would.
I don't know him.
Yeah.
He's
Anthony's arm to go back.
Yeah. You have to twist my arm to go to Shanley anytime.
You would live there. You would move in.
I got invited there to do the talk with the Casper meetup group, Bill Helms.
Mm-hmm.
And when he said, would you want it, we have the meetup at the Shanley, would you want it? Yeah. Duh. You don't have to ask. Just you're coming. That's all you have to say to me.
Who is Hushed Up History?
That is Sarah Blake, and she writes amazing books, and she has a show on the Signal Network. And it's unbelievable. Please, everybody watch it.
Next week,
love it.
She said she investigated with Sal, and I remember him posting, or maybe it's one of those times we said hey to each other. He said he was going. That was a couple months ago. That probably was the last thing. That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
She's on our show next week.
Oh wow! You're gonna have to contact me and get you on some of ours. Let me find out about your books.
Lovely.
I love new books. Yeah.
She's incredibly talented and so fascinating, and the storytelling. Oh, I look forward to her show. Like I just turn it on and get a drink and sit back, and it's like reading a book. She's just really good storyteller.
So does she have her own podcast or just a show?
She has a show on the Signal Network.
Okay.
Hushed Up History. And books. So definitely check that out. Really good.
Oh yeah. Send me your info, hun. I'm being Southern.
Sarah.
Yeah. I'm
giving you all these gigs.
She just she seems very interesting to me. I'd love to.
She's really, really good.
I'll have to go back and watch because I'm so busy with shows. We do have a couple during the day, but a lot of hours are in the afternoons and night, and I miss a lot, so I have to try to go back and see things. And I do come back and see you guys sometimes. Sometimes I'll just pop in and listen to it's funny to hear you guys start because you are I love it.
It's like, what are they going to say next? I was like, we don't know what we just go on with like, whatever we talk about, She's
let me tune into the madness. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
And typically we have Kimm with us, and she keeps us in line. So yeah.
Now, when Anthoiny, I think Kimm came on one of our shows. This was probably last year, and I think that you couldn't. Did you get to come on, or I think it was just them?
I think it was just them. It was just them. I think. Yeah.
I think you were busy
I
doing
didn't get to.
something.
Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one shows. It was just us.
Yeah. Okay. I was
You
thinking
got so many
about it.
shows. I don't know who your shows are.
I know.
I was on the Southern Fried. I'm like,
Paranormal.
she goes, "Oh yeah," and she goes, "I see you on the show next week." I'm like, "Oh, that's your show? I didn't know." Yeah.
Right.
The guy invited me on. I get on, and it's one of my shows. It's like anything you do, it's their show now. It's like, oh
Right.
man.
Let me see if I can get.
I always.
Let me see if while we're
I always
talking, let me
say-
see if I can get this to pop up. Now, if I flip out, I'll just come back. But I'm gonna try to.
We'll talk about you while you're gone.
Yeah. Shh. Don't let her hear.
I won't be gone,
It's amongst
hopefully,
us.
but if it does kick me out.
So, yeah.
I would be
last week,
laughing. I would
with you.
absolutely be laughing. This and
Like,
I
we
have
lost
not-
our.
I have not proofed this. Am I back?
You're back.
I'm
You didn't
back.
go
Okay.
anywhere.
Yeah, I have not proofed this, but I just loaded it up in the present part. Can you see it, Anthony?
Oh yeah. Hold on, I'll bring it
Okay.
up.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Okay, so it made. I haven't got to adjust it, so my people have not even seen this. But this is our stuff, including some of our coming up stuff. But we do have more that I just haven't got to yet. So yeah,
Okay.
that's us. That we have a lot,
Oh.
and I'll go down before we leave. I will go down, but we have a lot of my people who are showing up, and guys, they're like family to me. Our network is family. We really are.
So it's cool.
I love it.
What did
I
you
always
say?
say that people come on our show, like, and people we don't know, and they leave as friends. Like, I truly feel like by the end of the 2 hours,
we have a good time.
that we have a new friend. That we
That's
have new
sweet.
friends.
Okay.
And
You want me to leave it
it's
on
so
more? Or
great.
you just want to? You want me to leave it up there?
You can pull it down, and then I'll go back to it and just read it out. But thank you,
Okay,
Christy.
I'll leave it on. Just leave it behind stage, and I'll bring it
Yeah.
in when you need to.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
do you have a background in this kind of thing, or what's your background?
No, I well,
You're a medic.
I was a paramedic. I worked in the hospital in pediatrics and NICU, which is the neonatal intensive care unit, ICU. I got pulled around a good bit. Then I ended up in the ER for several years, and then I got into the emergency part. I did one ride along on an ambulance with a friend that was a medic, and that was it. I was hooked.
Really?
And then I was a paramedic for many years until I hurt my shoulder. And unfortunately, after 2 surgeries, I was never able to go back on the ambulance. But
I'm sorry.
it all happens for a reason. And
We
that's
get
what I
redirected. We pivot.
we do. And that's okay, because then, the network came about. Litriana, who is my bestie, by the way, she
Love it.
she was needing a change from her situation with her show, and so we were like, well, we can do this, we can do this. And she's like, well, you produce it. And I'm like, yes, because she has more day job. I don't, because of things went sour after I got hurt. So this is my jam. But yes, so almost 2 years later, we have all these shows. Like I said, our podcasters are like family, or we wouldn't have them. So I'm a little picky. I've been bad mouthed just a little bit, not bad, because I don't look at it as anybody does anything like me. So we don't really have competition.
Mm-hmm.
I will come on like your show. I will come on. I will have you on. If you send me something you want me to put it out there, we'll share it. I don't have. When I go to paranormal stuff like the conventions, I walk around and I talk to everybody. I don't care who it is. And if I know they don't like me, I'm gonna talk to them.
Who doesn't like you? What are you talking about? I can't believe
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
I can't believe that. First of all,
I try not to. I try to like everybody. I'll be real with you.
Same.
You don't seem intimidating when you go on anything. When I go up to people and say, "Hey, you want to be in my pod?" and they look at me like, "Who are you?"
He's like, no. He says, "Hey, you're going to be on the show."
I go up to the guy, "Hey, go on the show," and that's it.
Okay.
Hey. Your name goes down here or your brains. You know what I'm saying?
He
I
comes
love
with his book. He's
You know,
like,
this is
hey,
the
you're
day
going to
you're
be on
gonna
the show.
be here. Hey,
I
no,
love it.
like I said, I do the same thing. It's like the best places to go is these locations, like the park, the Paracons, and just go walk around. You know, and
That's-
that's how you get the best guests. Look,
I
I
do.
got
I
to
walk
film my
around.
show after all these time.
Yeah, I walk around. I speak to everybody, and some of them are so big that I try to and I have through the years I have learned to try to get a selfie just for that moment because you're making memories. I know that sounds corny, but it is. You're making memories, and you know what? If nothing else, hey, this is who I am. You may not know me. A lot of people do know me now, though. I'll tell you a funny. John Zaffis, he was on this show. Well, he's been on several of them now. I've met him several times now, and he's so funny. He says, a few years ago, I didn't see you. He said, now I see you everywhere.
Nice.
And he just laughs at me. He's like, you are everywhere. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, that's okay. That's okay. I think it's nice to have somebody. He says, and you're always smiling. He tells me, I miss your smile. So I think that's he the way he put it. If you've ever talked to him, he's got this certain way about him and stuff like that. But
he's wonderful.
I met John a couple of times. We did a couple of different events and different locations we investigated and stuff. So we're at Gettysburg. Was it like 2 years ago?
Oh gosh, yeah. He's going to tell the Jennie John Zaffis right now.
I'm getting on we're getting on the elevator. She's getting in the elevator. I was going to my room. She's going to go to hers, and John gets on. So he goes there, and I say, "Hey, John, how you doing?" And so he turns to her and he goes, "You look like somebody I know."
He said, "I have a doppelganger."
Yeah, you have a doppelganger, and you.
So which immediately intrigues me, right? I'm like, I love that word.
Tell the story then.
Tell me more. Say more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he said he had a Jen, which nobody calls me Jen, but John Zappis calls you Jen. You say, okay.
Okay, thank you.
Call me whatever you want. Yeah. And then, because I said to Anthony, I said, I don't think I've met him personally. So could you introduce me? It just never happened. So we got in the elevator and I was like, you know what? I'm Jennie. Hi. And from then on, it was kind of funny because the rest of the trip, he was like, Jen, take my picture. Jen, hold this. Jen. So Jen was like, you're not going to forget my name because I have a doppelganger.
And he will not. Or if he does, he will apologize. He's just and don't get me wrong, he's not the only person I've met. I call him the OGs, but he has been around, not just years, but the things and the haunted stuff and all that. But I've met so many great people. I've met some people who, let's just say they kind of think highly of themselves. But that's okay. That's okay. People are who they are. Me, I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna smile at you and I'm gonna say, "Hey, I'm Gwen. This is who I am." And I'm gonna try to get a selfie because, like I said, memories. It's got nothing. I'm gonna take a selfie with somebody who's selling bracelets, just like I am somebody who's been on 10 TV shows. That's just how I am. But I've met some really cool people. I got to meet Anthoiny in person and you in person. Well, I will say there is somebody every time I see you. Did you used to have longer hair though?
Never.
Okay. This lady,
Nope.
I met her. I went to a location and I'm going to have to look it up because I don't want to say it wrong. But she's not like a doppelganger, but she does remind me of you because she's got the light hair. Mm-hmm. She reminds me of you. She could be related to you. I'll have to see
her name. Jen. There's a lot of Jens.
No, it starts with a P, and I can't. You know what? I'll look it up. I'll look it up. Is it Penny?
Penny.
I
don't know. I'm just saying. Jennie, Penny. Yeah, maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Funny enough, it does start with a P.
Yeah, maybe it's Penny.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I looked at him funny because Yeah.
Is she a vampire?
I don't know.
Is she pale?
Is she pale?
Actually, she's fair skinned also.
She says it so nicely. Anthony calls me clear. He's like,
so white, she's clear.
Like Alabama. Well, my daughter, and I won't talk about her much because she might have a fit, but she's red hair and she's got really. When she was little, they call it alabaster skin or whatever. But she looks
beautiful.
Yeah. And I used to be lighter. Right now, I love to get out. I have freckles, but right now I have makeup on because I'm in that time of year where it's in between. Yeah, so
Okay.
us girls have to put a little makeup on sometimes.
I hear you. I hear you.
We do.
So
Oh,
you
here we
would you
go.
consider? I'm going
I'm
back
sorry.
to the questions. I'm sorry. I like
No,
have
go
so
ahead,
many.
go
I have
ahead.
a list. Ask Anthony. Fangirl here has a list. I have a
Yes,
list
please
for you.
ask.
I was like, Gwen's coming on the show. I'm writing a list of questions. I don't do that for everyone. I'm doing that for you.
Thank you.
So you obviously are do you call yourself a sensitive? Like, do you like labels or you do not like labels? Like,
I'll be real with you. I have not labeled myself.
Mhm.
So yes, I'm sensitive. I am, I'm different things, and I've never just put them all together and really put, once we get the network like leveled, when we get to
Right.
a point, I do want to embrace my gifts more. But I am sensitive. I really am. I'm empathic, or whatever you want to talk about it. But mine, it's not one thing. It's a lot of different stuff. And I think it's unique because it's not all the time, which is funny to me. I used to think before I knew about anything that if you could see things, you saw it all the time. Not so much. Or if you heard stuff, no. I know people that it flip flops back. But yeah, I'm absolutely at least sensitive. So we'll go with that right now. That's fine.
Yeah, some people don't like labels, but I like that.
Yeah,
I have it.
Sensitive is the best thing to go with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I really don't know. Yeah, yeah.
I don't feel
And
comfortable.
that's a good point you make. That
or anything else. Just sensitive. Like I'm
Right.
sensitive. I'm sensitive to things, and it's weird because when I first got into it, not many labels were out there. You were psychic or whatever, and later on, everything had a label.
Yeah.
And like I said, when I first got in, we used to say supernatural, not paranormal. It was super.
True.
Everything was supernatural, and later on, everything got names, and I guess the newer generation has to have labels on everything.
True.
They do.
I mean, when I used to get evidence back then, I didn't call it evidence. Like, oh, look, I got something. It's like evidence.
Right.
I mean, everything had to have a specific name, and it's so.
I agree with you. I don't, but sensitive. If you want to call me that, that is fine. That'll work.
Mm-hmm.
That absolutely will
sensitive.
Work. Yeah.
So it's.
And I know Anthony is because he picked up on something, and I can't for the life of me. I've been trying to remember what it was, because when he asked me to come on the show, I was like, yes, of course, I would love to. So I was honored.
I'm glad you got on the show.
I
know each other
I
for a
love it.
while. That's what I said. Let me get you on the show.
Well, people tell me I'm intimidating as far as they don't really think to invite me sometimes because I do the producing, and I'm like, the ones I've been on, it's been awesome. They've all went well. I had one that was a little afterwards. It was a little interesting, but it got a little messed up at the end. But it wasn't me. It wasn't on purpose. I don't think so. But yeah, all of them have been honestly just wonderful, and it's fun. I think it's fun. I really do.
Yeah, it's fun to be a guest sometimes, I'm sure, instead of
It
producing.
It is.
So I want to get into your shows. I want to get into all the different shows that you have. I know you put up the list, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about your network.
Okay. Like I said, Letriana Brown, or Letriana Terry Brown. She's the CEO. I produce. We have. I can go ahead and read you the list. I've got it on my phone. It's going to be easier because I'll forget somebody.
Bring it up again?
I can't see that real good, Anthony. I'll be real with you.
Yeah, forget it.
You can read it. I'll put it on the screen. Read what you have.
Yeah.
So everybody's happy.
Everybody can read it.
Everybody can read it.
Old people like me who
You
can't read anything.
You read it off your list.
There you go. Okay, so first of all, it's all access network television, and people say, "Why did you name it that? You don't do TV." I'm like, well, because if we decide to grow and do different things, which is ultimately we want to do whatever comes up, it's kind of covered. but All Access Network Television. And I'm going to just start from the beginning. Like on Mondays, we have Bridging the Seen and Unseen with Shane McLean. We have Family Spirit with Lee Triana, myself, and Blaine Rohan, who was on here looking earlier. We have The Medium Frequency with Raven Wolf and Christopher J. Brown. That's on Mondays. On Tuesdays, we have Cryptid Nation, which once again, it's myself, Lee Triana Brown, and Blaine Rohan. And then at 10 o'clock that night, we have Red Road Paranormal, and that's with Bobby Resnick Hawkins. We also have on Wednesday Paranormal Unveiled with Nathaniel Elwell, and I'm his co-host actually too. So then we have Jeremy Cotter's Twisted Tales. That's kind of new, but he's awesome. We also have Wednesday mornings, which is a little different, is Christina Bloom. She has Paramystic podcast. And sometimes she has a co-host who lives in England, and his name is Glenn Bottas. I usually say that wrong, but that's Wednesdays, and we call that Wicked Wednesdays. So that's kind of a little thing with us right now. On Thursdays, we have our own Thomas Patrick with Profiled, and that's at 8 o'clock. And then we have the one that Anthony was on, Southern Fried Paranormal, and that's with Lynn Dorman. We have one on Sunday, which is Sean Ellis, who actually backs me up when I need help. He's going to actually help out tonight. We have some that are not every week, but we this Friday, I'm going to go ahead and say it like this. We have the Radicals, Danny and Lauren Perez, who everybody knows, with Creepy Chronicles. Yeah. That's going to be Friday night at 8. We also have myself and Lee Triana. We do, it's almost like a series of different things. We don't address just one thing. We kind of have fun with it. We'll do a project here and there, and it's called Haunted Sister Diaries. Because she is my chosen sister. We have one that's called Native Matters, and it's going to have the rotating guest hosts. We have, I missed something on that list. I'm not done yet because we got a lot more. We have No Limits Holistic Fitness with Brian Cato. He has a fitness program, and he also helps veterans. Like I said, we have... let's see, Sherry Collins. She's known as the Kraken. She used to have a show, and she's coming to us with something called Into the Unknown. Matt Brown is going to have 2 different ones. It's going to be more like a pre-recorded thing. It's called Headspace and Timing, and then one that's called Shot in the Dark. We have coming to us, we're going to have one called The Mountain Speaks, and then we're going to have a author and publisher called Vicky Peplow. I don't know the name of hers yet. It's unnamed. We also have Reverend Robin Marie and ZZ, and I'm going to say this name wrong, Rajid. There's going to be like a religious type thing because she actually is a reverend. We also have John Clark Jr., who is from The Lantern, which is a website and a magazine. He has books also. He's coming on, and his is not named yet either. And I'm missing a couple off my list. So if you guys didn't hear me say some of it, please do. I am missing some stuff. But we have other ones that just have not been announced yet, so I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. And, you know, I have people asking me all the time, are you guys looking for? And I'm like, well, for the right ones, we'll figure it out and take it. And I love it. But yeah, all together, I believe that's 23 or 24 total. And like I said, not all of them are every week. Not all of them are live. Some of them are like specials or more like a kind of a documentary series type things. We will also sooner or later have my paranormal walkabout, which is the documentary that I filmed last summer with Bobby Resnick Hawkins. So we have a lot.
You got a lot going on.
That's quite a list, yeah.
It is.
Speaking of walkabout, somebody said you're noticed in Australia in the comments.
Yeah, Christy, Rico, Christy, I'm
Right.
going to say that name wrong. She is actually from Australia, and yes, I'm a busy bee. She's one of our, I call her a super fan because she tries to catch our shows, even though her, I know I can't even remember what time it is there, honey. I'm sorry, but yeah. So we have our
What day
regulars.
it is.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
a different day.
Oh yeah, we have as you've seen, a good bit of our people have popped in and out, and
Yeah.
I love it.
I appreciate it. So yeah, we have our hands full. So did that
Oh,
answer your
goodness.
question? I know you're curious.
No, you did. I wanted to know all the shows, and you co-host too. Correct?
I actually am on
Regularly.
Yeah, regularly I am on Monday nights with Litriana and Blaine, and Tuesday nights. The first one's called Family Spirit, which is actually the parent company for All Access. It is in, and I'm gonna say this wrong, 13th or 14th season total through all what Litriana. Now I haven't been on it for that long, but I do that with Blaine and Litriana, and then we have Cryptid Nation, which is like cryptids and Bigfoot and all kinds of stuff. Even we don't. And if you have a story, just put it out there. If you guys have a story, if your listeners have a story, get in touch with us, and we'll put you on and let you tell your story. Yeah,
Sure.
And
we
then
definitely
Paranormal.
have people who have stories, who have Bigfoot stories for certain, and we've had several, Bigfoot.
Oh, and they
people
don't
on.
have to be just Bigfoot stories. I mean, we
But
take
any cryptid, any cryptid.
any stories at all. If you want to get on, we like to hear people's experiences and let them get it out there.
Same.
Hey, yeah, and that's Jeremy. I had to look because I don't have my glasses on, but yeah, we have a lot going on. We have more to come, and I hope people watch yours, and I hope people watch ours also. And if nothing else, they can always go back and find ours also. Oh, you got the comments down there too.
Something for everyone, for sure.
But yeah,
Something
I stay busy. I make most of the ads. And I do posters sometimes, but most of the time I do the ads, which ends up being the intros also. So I stay a little busy.
I guess. Wow.
The host get their own guest. Or do you get the guest?
I didn't hear the last thing you said, Anthony.
The host, do they get their own guests, or do you have to get the guest also?
Most of them get their guests. I will occasionally have people, sometimes come just say, hey, I want to be on a show or so on your network. And I'll be like, well, let me hook you up with whoever seems to the times and all that. And then a lot of them get their own guests. Sometimes they need help. Of course, as a network and as, like I said, we're family. That's how we work. And if somebody has a cancellation, Raven has one too. If we have a cancellation and it happens, things happen. If we can't think of somebody right offhand, we'll, like you guys, I would call you guys up and say, hey, but if you're in the network, we'll put a thing out. Hey, is anybody available like tonight, tomorrow, especially if it's last minute? And we try to hop on and we support each other. So it's a good system. It really is. It really is. But I have two other people I can call now if I have a last minute cancellation. You guys.
Yeah.
I know, and I haven't been on
we
yet.
Have the same thing. This last minute, it's like, because you get those last minutes, like people do get sick, and then like that morning, like I can't make it. Whatever. It's life gets in the way, and it's like you have to go crazy looking for somebody for that night.
Well, I'll tell you like this, Anthony. If somebody cancels on you, call me up, and if I can't do it, or if you want somebody, like just I can get you somebody on the network or give you names. That's how I work. I like helping people, and they help us, and honestly it works out really good. Most of our guests share our stuff out, so we never know exactly how many people watch our shows because it's shared and and that's how things happen. And
how you get to people get to notice you and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're not out there to really compete and stuff. And unfortunately, we all have certain times that we do, like you guys are on at the same time. But you know what? I go back and I look because that's why they're out there. And a lot of people that you're not gonna normally see mine on live right now, and it's on mine. So, but we also I also
see a lot of your people coming on.
Yeah. And that makes me feel really good. And I know I have some that won't speak. They'll just, hear it for a little bit or watch it and that kind of stuff.
Right. And that's fine.
That's
We
funny
love when
because
people talk.
I've been to a Paracon one time, and a guy comes up to me and goes, "You're Anthony Simonelli." I said, "Yeah, that's me." Hey, and he's
You
like,
said, "How you doing?"
"Yeah, how you doing? Hey, I'm good. Hey, who are you?" I know he comes up. He goes, "Anthony Simonelli, I love your podcast." And I'm like, "Oh, who are you?" And he told me his name. He goes, "I when I get home, I just put your podcast on, and I just listen to it as I'm doing as I'm going around the house." And I had about 3 or 4 other people tell me the same thing. They
Yep.
just listen to the show, and they're not in the audience. Because they're not in the audience doesn't mean they're not listening, which I
Right.
thought was amazing. It's like,
It
thanks for
is.
listening. If you ever want to come on, just say hello. We'll say hello to you. Then you go back and do what you got to do.
That's what I tell them. We love seeing comments. A lot of our people will talk amongst each other and just hey, because they see each other, like that. Getting ready. Yeah, Sean is going to start Rez's show for me in about not quite an hour. So yeah, see, I have people
thank
to
you.
help. Yeah.
Thank you for letting us have her for the evening.
And
Yeah,
when I get finished with you guys, I'll pop over and see what's going on. I can't remember. I think he has like Rick Wade. I may say that wrong, but I do tend to forget sometimes. Yep. Team replay.
Well, are you an organized person? Because you seem it. You seem like you've got it all in your head.
As far as the network,
Yes.
mostly. Now, stuff will throw me for a loop occasionally if things happen and I have to just go. I do what I call grounding and shielding. I'll go out in the yard and I'll put my feet in the grass and the dirt, and I'll just have to take a breath for a minute or something, because sometimes it gets up, But yeah, mostly I'm organized with this kind of stuff. Now, I'll be real with you. I'm looking around at my house right now going, I am not totally organized. But
no judgment here. This is a judgment-free zone here.
There you go. But yeah, mostly you have to be, and I do try. Occasionally I'll make a oopsie and they understand. But even when, like you guys, if I put you on one of the shows, yep, he's always got my back. I was traveling last year and sometimes I couldn't get a signal and I'd be crazy. I'd be like, oh, what am I gonna do? And I'd call him up, can you start? Or yeah, I thought okay. Because I camped out a lot and haunted locations, and we have what we call gremlins. It'll spin. You can't get good signal. The other night, I had a light just flip on out of the blue, and crazy stuff happens. And we jokingly say, Litriana and I mostly will say, she lives in a haunted house, but I'm haunted and not just the house. So crazy things happen. We've had I've had a candle just in a jar just flip over during a podcast, or we'll lose signals. Something crazy will happen. You'll hear stuff in the backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. I'm sure it happens on all the shows, but
yeah, we had a couple things like that.
Yeah, we did have someone at the haunted location.
Was it Sweet Home? Sweet Home.
Oh, okay.
And that's up by Headsdale and Wildwood.
Okay.
And matter of fact, I made a little clip and I put it on Instagram and on Facebook. But we're talking, and he's at the location. His lights start flickering, and his dog starts barking. He's like, "Get over here! Get over here!" And he's trying to get his dog over and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, because after the show, we were talking a little bit after that. And everything started going crazy in his house. He goes, I have to get out of here. I have to get out of here.
Yeah.
He doesn't live there.
Leave.
He had to leave because it was getting crazy. I said, why aren't we recording this now?
You were like, go, go, go. Yeah, it just, I mean, the way the dog was reacting, I live in a very old home, over 100 years old, and the lights flicker. It's not good. Sometimes the lights flicker, but this was like on and off, and the dog was barking at it.
And it was fish going crazy in the tank and behind him.
No, it wasn't good.
I have to ask, what were you talking about? Because that's what happened, especially if we talk about certain things.
We were talking about, I think we were talking about at that time.
It's like,
it was like a funeral parlor, something like that, funeral or something.
It was. We were talking about how it was a funeral. Yeah, they were holding funerals in that front room. And then afterwards, when we were not live anymore, we were talking about darker things, and it started to really, Yeah.
Then it started going really nuts.
And that's what I think threw him a little bit. But this is Ed at Sweet Home, who's a good friend of ours, and I've been there, and it's just as scary in person as it was on that night. That's a crazy place. So what are some of the other places that you went to on your 3-month paranormal palooza? No, you didn't call it that. You called it something else. What did you call it?
Walkabout. Yeah. Actually, my friend Candy just had surgery. Candy, I hope you're doing good, honey. She just popped in and said, "Hey, y'all." We went there. Then we just Myrtle Beach, and we did some investigating down on the water and that kind of stuff. We did a location, actually 2 of them, and I inherited a doll there too. So I'll tell you about that in a minute. But we've gone to Jericho up in Wisconsin also. It's I'm going to say this wrong, probably Holy Trinity, because it's actually a school, an old church, and then it's a convent in the middle. That was awesome. Now, like I said, Broadhead, of course, we've not technically investigated up on the reservation, but I did have some stuff happen to me at the hotel the night before I flew out one of the times. It's awesome up there. Where else did we go? We went to I am going to look this up because I looked it up just a minute. 1889 McIntyre Villa. That was where the lady who runs it actually resembles you. She actually.
Now I gotta look right now.
Yeah,
no, I'm kidding. Okay.
But it's in Atchison, Kansas.
Okay.
Yeah, but we went. We camped and did locations. Oh wow, I can't think of all of them. To be real with you. I'm trying to think. We did some of the caves in Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
We did up in the Appalachia. We did some different locations up there. One of them's called Stump Tunnel. That was awesome. We did. Lord, I have a list, and honestly, I didn't even put it with me. But
they'll come to you as we talk about them. I think different states and things like that, right? But I love that you camp, because that's so cool. I love camping.
Now we did it on a budget, or I like to call a budget, but we traveled, we camped a lot, we stayed in the haunted locations also. Sometimes we would stay with this person or that person. We stayed at a spiritualist church and investigated there. That was near Chicago, or right out. No, not the Bell Witch Cave. We didn't do that. Todd House in Tabor City. Yes. Candy was reminding me. We did that. We did that was in Myrtle Beach. The place that I found the doll got kind of given to me was, it was actually part antiques, part just this and that kind of stuff. But funny, I'll tell you the story real quick. I won't hold you.
Yes, please. No, tell us.
But we were there, and we were walking around doing a walkthrough, lights out. So we had our little flashlights walking around, and I can't remember which person I was with walking around, but and just looking at the rooms, they had a lot of furniture, and there was this one room, it had like dressers, chest of drawers, headboards, that type of stuff. And I looked up, and I was just looking, and I looked up, and there was this doll sitting on top of one of the chest of drawers, which was tall. Now I'm 5'4", and it was tall. And I looked up, and there's the doll, but the doll's head sitting next to the doll on the chest of drawers. And I was like, somebody's effing with us, because that's what I thought. I said, somebody's messing with us. They just messing with us. And I told the others, I said, okay, here's the doll. But so I can't remember if we put the head back on or if we just left it. But we messed with it for a second, went about our stuff. Then the next day we went back. Yeah, no head. We went back and we talked to the owner and his, I think his wife, one of his relatives, and then his grandson was there. And I asked him, I said, so who put the doll there as a joke? And he looked at me, what doll? And I was like, the doll. There was a doll in there on the chest of drawers. And he's like, and he looked at his grandson. He says, his grandson like went around more than he did. But his grandson said, I never saw the doll. And I was like, okay. And I was like, let's go in here. Let me show you. And sure enough, the doll's sitting there, head's right next to her. And he looked at me. He looked at his grandson. Neither one of them. So basically, he picks the thing up and he kind of, here you go. So I ended up with the doll. And
A headless doll.
You can have it.
I still have it.
The doll Wednesday is from Wednesday from the Addams Family.
I love, that's my spirit. Wednesday is my spirit animal. I love her. Yeah, I love her. But no, this doll.
So now you got her doll.
Do you? That's cool.
No, you got her doll.
Don't get him started with the twins.
Cut the dolls' heads off.
That's true.
Oh my God.
That's true. But I do love Wednesday. But no, this doll, I will tell you about this doll. We took her head and we put it on the dash on part of our walkabout. And we would get lots of stuff. Yeah, but we did that. And then when we got to South Carolina, I left her here at my house. But cool. But yeah, I'll be real with you. The doll, weird enough, makes me feel bubbly. She makes me feel just bubbly. And I to this day don't know exactly that. I've never investigated her, but she's actually sitting over there in this little
Wait a minute. How can you be any more bubbly than you are right now?
I know. I was going to say, she makes her feel bubbly.
You're bubbly before to begin with.
She makes me feel bubbly. She really, you know what? Here, I'm going to go get her. Hang on just a minute.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. But you'll see my ugly green chair. Yeah.
Let me see. I want to see bubbly.
Bubbly.
Well,
she makes you feel bubbly. She does.
How can she be any more bubbly than she is right now?
I know. I thought I was like, yeah.
I mean, she's like champagne. Boom. The bubbles just shoot
I know.
up.
She makes me look calm.
Like a bottle of champagne. Yeah, she makes you look calm.
Okay. Now, honestly, this is a cute little doll. I looked her up to see what kind she was.
Oh, she is sweet.
She is sweet. She is. And she makes, and I have little.
She looks mad at me.
Well, she's a little pouty. Hold on. Can spin her around.
Maybe she's a little shy.
There's these the little stuff in her.
Camera, no?
The little stuff in her falls out a lot, and I didn't think about it, so I'll go back and sweep some of that up a little bit. By her little.
Nice green eyes. Look at
She's got my haircut.
Yeah, she looks like Jennie.
She's adorable. See?
Yeah, look at that.
She's a little pouty.
You have the same hair.
Yeah, she's cute. She's very cute, and she's but she makes you feel giddy, bubbly, a little tingly. There's nothing wrong with her. She's just I don't know. I've never investigated her as far as getting the equipment and stuff out. Not really. We thought about it one night.
I mean, if it's a good spirit in a doll right now, why mess with it?
Yeah.
I'm not going to. She sits in my living room, and I've had somebody come here, and they long as I keep my stuff I do have some haunted objects, but I honestly, if anything, when we talked about fairies, she's got that kitty
pixie type of thing, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know for sure if she's got anything, but I like her, and she sits in my living room, and I've had somebody come up and look at me and go, "Why do you have a doll in your living room?" And I was like, "Because I like her," and they're like, "But why?" And I said, "Because I like her, and she's cute," and they're like, "But why?" And I'm like, "Because I like her." She's sweet, though.
You to understand, eh?
Yeah, she is sweet.
She is sweet.
No, definitely.
When
so
I get
are you a collect?
I am not
collect haunted objects. Not really.
They have just kind of collected themselves to me. Some of them, but I like some of them. I do have a couple things that I know are haunted, but I don't go looking. It just seems like I find them in the strangest places. I find them in thrift stores, and I find them like Letriana and I. That's one thing we love to go do. Bring her down when you come back in June. I will, Candy. Don't let me forget. But yeah, I end up with I found a beautiful mirror. I actually don't have it with me. We have a haunted little thing that we take around with different objects and stuff in it when we travel. And I actually have it there. I have like a picture of I have a couple things they have, but I have a few things here at the house. So maybe a little bit of collector. But when I get them, I just like them for whatever reason, and then usually they have a little bit of something with them. Which
that's why you enjoy it. So, and it's nothing bad. It's it might be a good spirit that's connected to that item, and
it just drew me to it.
Yeah.
Right. It just has good energy about it,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
that makes
Just
you
like
feel
her.
good. Yeah.
It's like what I mean. He's so bubbling, and everybody's like, "Hey,
Thank you guys.
he's always glassy." You know,
Well,
I'm
you
a
know,
grumpy old man. Hey, ex Jenny.
I try to make everybody. Yeah.
He's old. He investigated the dinosaurs. He did.
Uh,
Yeah.
No, and aren't you proud of me that I said the doll had good energy? Because the other joke is I have 0 degree of sensitivity. Like I'm very empathetic. Like I like to put myself in the position of people who lived in these places and think about what their life was like and feel that, like feel their, their anguish or their happiness or whatever. But I have no degree of psychic or medium or, sensitivity ability. So aren't you proud of me that I said the doll had good energy?
well, I will tell
Because
you this
typically-
though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you something and remind you guys. I've never met her in person. I've seen the show, of course. I actually did. I met you briefly at
Gettysburg.
Gettysburg. I
Yeah.
did, but it was not like there was so much going on. But I will tell you this.
It was just a second. Yeah.
It was, but here's the thing. Have you ever been around somebody that you just like being around, and every time you see them, it kind of cheers you up? Have you ever been around somebody that when you walk in a room or you see them, you're automatically just sad? Not sad, but don't feel right. You don't, or if you spend any kind of time with them, you feel yucky, nasty.
Sure.
Well, then you do have a little bit of sensitivity. You just don't know it. That's kind of how it is.
She knows it, but she won't accept it.
You have to sooner or later accept. Just you know what? Don't put a name to it. Like you just accept that sometimes stuff isn't right. Or you know what? In my area we have a lot of deer. Well, we explain it like this. Have you ever been driving down the road and said, you know what? I better slow down because there's deer. And and then all of a sudden, maybe a couple miles or even at 10, 15 minutes, then you see a deer. Well, something in you knows it. So
It slows you down.
yeah. And it's like that. Or, if you say, you know what, it's raining today. I don't want to get out on the road. And then you hear about this bad wreck. Something in you does. That's my belief anyway. That's the way I think about it. And JC, she says positive attracts positive. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. Now, there are some people that I tolerate, but sometimes their energy is so not good that I can't be around them long. Even me, which I can pretty much make, I'll smile through it and get through it. But some people, it's not meant to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The energy vampires, they call them.
They are. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
They are.
I agree with that.
I've been around a long time, so I came across a lot of that through the years.
I think this lady right here, I think you've dated somebody that had bad energy like that before. Made you feel bad. I feel it on you. I do. Sometime in your life, I think you have dated or been in a relationship, or I don't know, maybe they even just kind of talked. Back in the day, we talked to people. I think you've had that experience with somebody that could have been a relationship. I really do. I feel it. I just feel it.
Okay.
I do. If you think back, somebody just didn't. You knew it wasn't right.
Mm.
No.
Yeah, for sure. I think, for sure. I mean, we all have that I think women especially, sorry, that sounds sexist, but sometimes I think we're built with that intuition, We are. I definitely feel like I have that mom intuition or that, that women's intuition that they used to call it in the 70s back when it was sexist, but that I do.
Yep.
I do feel like I have that.
And like Anthoiny, he says he's a dad. He's, I bet he at one time or another has ran into, I bet you have come across somebody that you liked, but when you got them around them and you just didn't feel right. Maybe you liked them, but then you were like, no, this ain't gonna be right.
And then you better not say me.
Quite a few people.
Hey.
Oh, come on now.
No, but I agree with, I think I'm more focused on the people who lift me, and I'm a very happy person, and I try to stay around happy people, but I agree with you. I love those people that you come out of the conversation and you feel better. You just feel uplifted.
You do.
And we are fortunate enough to be close to people, many people who do that for us.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
But you will see, people say you have clicks. It's not just a click. It's you feel better or you feel right with these certain people. And
those are your people.
They are.
Those are your people. Definitely. And we're lucky to add to it. We have new people all the time who come into that circle. And I love that.
It was weird because when I first started going to Paracons. The 1st one I went to was years ago, and it was weird because I all those years you couldn't talk about. Or I went through another era than most of you people with this. You
Right.
couldn't talk and everything. And when I got to a Paracon, I'm walking in, and I started talking to people and started sharing and everybody there was on the same page as me. They
Feels
listened,
good.
and they listened to me. They didn't criticize me. They didn't make that sideward face where you get all the time. It's like, when you're talking
Yeah.
about it,
Right. Like you some kind of demon
And
hunter
I
or
came
something.
home
Right.
from
Like,
there so happy.
Yeah.
And my wife goes, "What?" And I told her. She goes, "You've met your people.
Mm-hmm.
You met your people because they understood. They talked to you. They understood what you went through, and they might experience stuff also. And you could talk to these people, and it felt like a weight
Right.
coming off my chest,
Exactly. Yes.
and it was good. That's why I said, okay. Then I started doing Paracon and all this stuff, going all the way up and going on events and stuff, and surrounding myself with people. Sometimes you think they're all like you, and then they go left to right field, and
That that's true. But for the most part, you at these events and even just locations or like these kind of shows and stuff like that, you're going to find people that are just your people. I agree.
Yeah.
You think 20 years ago I thought we'd be on a show talking about things like this?
Probably
You know,
not.
No way.
30 years
Me.
when I first got into it, you think I thought I'd be talking about in public and having a show and actually advertising the show, or just talking public
Mhm.
about things.
No, I bet you didn't. No.
And I didn't
When I
expect
met
to go
Anthony,
into it.
he hadn't even shared his drawings with the world yet.
Oh,
Right.
so you knew him. Okay, that's when he told me that for a long time he didn't. I was like, really? You need to share it
I
out.
know.
You
What a
do.
shame, right?
As I'm sharing, and that is
Yeah.
when people keep on coming up to me, I wish I could do that, but you could. Remember, I've been doing this since I was a kid, so you're not going to get the same results as I'm going to get because it takes a lot of practice to get to there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I keep on saying, if you want to draw better, don't say I can't, just do it. And I compare them like with people in museums. You go to these museums
Mm-hmm.
and you look at the art and you look at the art on the wall and like, what's that about? I could do better. But I keep on saying, you don't criticize that because that's the artist's personal experience.
Right.
It might not make sense to you, but it makes sense to them and maybe a small group of people around them. That makes sense to them.
Exactly.
So when you get your art, you draw. If it doesn't come out perfect, but that's still your experience. Don't criticize yourself and don't let nobody criticize you
No,
on that.
because you know what? Sorry, my battery was dying. Yeah, your art. I've seen some of your art. Now I haven't seen any since Gettysburg, but I did it on camera, but you couldn't see it really great. But
Yeah.
I guarantee you that I bet every year you change just a little bit, and it just gets better to you.
I
It
never
does.
really took classes
I've seen
in
it
art.
change.
I just had the ability, and I was telling people the other night, it's like most people, some people born with silver spoons. I'm born with a pencil. I wish it was a silver spoon. I was born with a pencil. That was it. That's the way it goes.
No.
That's okay. That's all right.
Yeah,
It takes all of us to do different stuff.
Yeah,
I've got these little
Exactly.
beads everywhere now. I've got to pick them up a little bit.
Oh, you got those things that fill out the
Do what you
ball.
got to do. We're very relaxed
Oh
here.
no,
Like
no,
I
no!
said,
I just had to push it off. I'll get them in a little bit. They're just right here in my little where I've got my little.
We had shows where
Oh.
cats jump on
Oh my
on
God.
the thing and push
I-
their butt to the screen.
I
push their butt.
fostered
Like,
kittens,
look at
right?
some
Can you
cat's
imagine?
butt, So don't
I-
worry about it. We love animals. We love everything.
Oh my God. Yeah, I do. I sometimes I have like litters of kittens here that I foster in the summer during kitten season. And I saw a clip the other day and I had like one here, one here, one here. We're very animal friendly, people friendly. Anything goes.
Yeah.
Anything goes. If you want a snack, have a snack, whatever. It's a long
I ate
show.
right before the show. My little, I have a little Chiweenie. He's about 5 pounds.
Oh,
His name is Rinaldi. We call him Riri, and he's a little chocolate. He looks like a chocolate bar, the color of it. And he's 14
my
years old, and
gosh.
he is actually with my parents. But if he was here, he would be up here by now.
What
he
did
was-
you
yeah.
call it? The weenie? What was that?
He's a Chiweenie.
Chiweenie.
He's Chihuahua and Dash Hound, the weenie dogs. but he's a mix.
Because I had a dachshund. I had a she passed a couple years ago. She was like 10 pounds.
Easy.
But it's a Chihuahua and a wiener dog.
Yeah, he's a little dog. He's
adorable.
He's lost most of his teeth, and he has a little tongue. So we say he's like the little dog pool dog. Like
the Chihuahua does that with the tongue.
Yeah, but he's lost his little teeth. He's actually adorable. Now, in the last year or year-ish, I lost a dog and my cat, who I actually just say she was my familiar. That's how she felt like she was, but I lost her too. And now I have her ashes here, and I know she still comes because, especially when I do the podcast, she used to get up here and do what you're saying. But now I feel her around my ankles sometimes. JC,
that's still there.
JC, who was actually on here, she was just commenting. She actually, when I talked to her the first time, I messaged with her. It was interesting. She blew me away because she was like, "There's a cat," and I was like, "Yeah, I know which cat that is." And so she read me without even on Facebook Messenger. She read me because I was getting ready for her to come on one of the shows.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but my little cat
what was your cat's name?
Kit Kat, like the candy bar.
Kit Kat.
Yeah,
love it.
She found us, and she walked up. I had 4 dogs at the time, and we were outside, and she walked up in the middle of 4 dogs and I never could. She would never go away. I thought she was somebody else's, but she didn't have a collar on. And I remember the day I let her inside, there was a little Kit Kat. It was right before Halloween or whatever, and I remember I had something in my hand. I might have been getting something out of the car, but it had a Kit Kat on it. And I was like, well, that would be funny. So, yeah, we named her Kit Kat.
Perfect. No, we're, like I said, Kimm's a veterinarian. So, we're super animal friendly on the show. We love animals. Great. We love food and we love animals. And you're not going to get away without answering my food question.
Oh, no. JC said, yes, she rubbed on her legs. But it was very interesting.
Oh, okay. But I love that she picked up on that.
She did. So and nice. She's awesome.
I do pick up on animals, too. I experience of animals. And I have drawings of cats, dogs, and deer.
Really?
There's a cat at the Shanley.
I'll be driving on a highway, and also it looks like a deer jumping in front of your car.
Mm-hmm.
It's not there. I
call them phantom deer. Here, I see them, a good bit.
Wait, what is a phantom deer? Wait, what are you guys saying? tell me this.
All right, I will see, him. I will see, like a deer run out in front of my car, and I won't hit the brakes because I was taught to, let off the gas, because if you hit the brakes, then you might. Right. But then I look up and there's no deer there, so it was obviously
it's a spirit.
But I jokingly call it a phantom
deer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So kind of like you see people on the side of the road or walk in front of a car kind of thing. Okay, but an animal. Interesting. I never thought about animals like that, but that's true.
Yeah.
I was coming home. Where was it? Penhurst I was coming home from?
Yes. A couple weeks ago we were at Penhurst.
I was driving around 80 and it was like no cars around. It's like really late. And somebody walked in front of my car. She didn't shout or walked in front of my car.
No.
And I like you said, I didn't hit the brakes. Yeah. I just, let it slow down, and whatever went through my car.
No. You hope. No, I'm kidding. He did. He sees that stuff all the time. Wow.
Yeah, that's great. Hey.
Yeah.
That's like right out of a horror movie, like on the side of the road. The spirit, the man,
But it's just like I guess since they're spirits, they're doing what they did during life. I mean, maybe that's how they died. We don't know. But I think it's interesting because I do see them also, and I think a lot of people, especially, we have a lot of deer in the South. So
phantom deer,
big deal.
This is a new one, phantom deer. That's going to be the one for this episode. We're going to add to the list.
That's what I call them, and it's just what I
phantom deer.
Phantom deer.
I love it.
I see the spirits of deers and stuff like that, and and animals do come to me. Even here, I feel my dog every so often. I'll be sitting and I feel something. Even because I have bigger animals also.
Oh, okay.
And I'd be sitting there, and also I feel something jump on the couch at me, or on the bed. On the bed, I get it all the time because we use a mini dachshund. The name is Daisy. And we would put her on the bed because she couldn't jump off the bed or jump on the bed because she was so small.
Because her legs
and I'd be in the bed and I could feel it because what she loved to do is go up against your leg.
Yeah.
Because she was a short hair with like the belly was showing and everything. Because we got her because she didn't shed. That was the best thing about her. And and I could be in the bed and I'll feel something against me. And I'm like, it's not my wife. It's crazy. So
That's cool.
That's
Though
cool.
I was
And
trying to
Anthony's actually in a book.
oh
He's in
yeah,
what?
Go ahead, Gwen.
No,
there's a
he's
there's a
I was
book
going to say he's
called
in a book. He's in a book
With
of a
Animals.
story about one of his pets
Yeah,
not.
who
it's
passed
called
on. A book about spirit ants.
Tales of the Other Side,
Yeah.
and it's paranormal and pets. And I wrote a story in there, Cookie, of my dog that passed. I had her for 18 years, and that was my first dog ever. And yeah, she came back, and somebody tried breaking. It sounded like in the middle of the night. I heard barking after she passed. I heard barking. I'm like, Cookie, Cookie, because I had the ability to hear things, to see things. So
Yeah.
I go running down. We lived in the second floor house, two family. My grandparents on the first floor. We were in the second floor. So I go running down, and it's like, so I throw the lights on. All of a sudden, there was nothing. I opened the door, and I found a crowbar on my front door. Somebody's trying to get in. Somebody's trying to break into my house. A Cookie barked to wake me
Oh
up.
my goodness. That's right. That's right. So
And
she
I ran
protected
down. I threw the
you.
lights on. So the guy, whoever was trying to get in, seen the lights go on, he must have took off.
Wow. I do remember
love
the name
that.
Cookie now that you had said something about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
My dog Cookie. I had it
That's
since I was a little
powerful.
kid. Yeah. So yeah, and that's part of the story. And then later on, I heard her barking and other things and stuff like that. But yeah, that was
Yeah.
interesting.
Do you ever hear the little nails? The little nails on the floor. Do you ever hear their little
Oh.
toenails?
Yeah, I still hear it because my dog. She used to walk down the hall. Oh, that's even crazier. When my mom passed, my brother and I inherited house. It's two family, and matter of fact, it's the same house we were just talking about. We've been in that house close to 60 years, but I don't live there. I live in an apartment somewhere else, and my son lives there, and my brother still lives there.
Mm-hmm.
And the one time, and that was crazy. You just brought that up, and I'm in the room. We're cleaning up the rooms and stuff like that. Like I said, I made her apartment into my paranormal thing. I used to have meetings there and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And I'm in the room doing something. I hear a dog. We had this dog called King. He was half husky, half shepherd.
Oh,
This
wow.
freaking thing was 150 pounds. His head was like this. He used to stand
Whoa.
up with his paws on my shoulders, and his head was over my head. And he could lick my forehead.
Oh,
Huge.
I'm not a tall person, but that's a big dog.
oh, it is.
And well, I was in the room, and I could hear because he had these nails, and you could hear the heavy dog. You hear him walking down, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And I'm looking, and I'm just like waiting for something to come into the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
That's how clear it was. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, it was like right out the doorway, and it didn't come in.
The reason I said something about it is because I heard them I just heard them in my head. That's why I asked. Did you hear the?
Yeah. Well, I hear Daisy all the time running up and down the
You heard
hallway.
about the nails. You heard that in your head. That's so amazing.
King was one of the things I was.
Oh,
That was at the other house, not here, and that was crazy. And I was like, to this day. Matter of fact, that's why the same day I seen a thing with a rose, because I had the apartment and I had the one room, the bedroom. I had it set up like an office.
okay.
So I have records. A lot of people don't remember LPs.
No, what's a record?
A vinyl, yeah.
The velvet disc and stuff.
I'm kidding.
The real ones.
I just give them a hard time.
Yeah. Shh.
Oh, wow.
But I had that on. So I had all the albums on my desk. So I take them and I put them away. As I'm putting them away, I turn around and I see a pin of a rose on the desk where I just picked everything up, which should be nothing there. I just cleaned everything from there. It's in the middle of the desk. And my mother's name is Rose.
Aw.
And that's one of the pins she used to wear. Okay. It was 8 years after her death. And she would have turned 80. So it was like, and her birthday was like the next day.
Aw.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Ma, what are you doing? Tell me. So I went out that day for her birthday. I got the tattoo of Betty Boop. that she collected everything Betty Boop.
That's cool.
Oh, nice.
Something that reminds me of her, and it was crazy how that pin just came out of nowhere.
See, Anthony got a rose pin. You got a headless doll.
You got a headless doll.
Who
But you're
knows?
both happy. But you're both happy,
Yeah,
which
we're
is all
happy.
that matters.
That
That's all
is.
that.
I have stuff just pop up sometimes, and it just out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Little things, just little bitty things. It's odd, or something will remind me certain times of year. So yeah, that was probably absolutely her going, "Hey, it's my birthday, man. Don't forget."
I find quarters. I find quarters.
Do you? Yeah.
Oh,
Find quarters, and that reminds me of my mother, because she always says, "If I had money, I would help you. I would do that." And I always finding quarters. And after she died, I found a quarter. Every time we brought her up, I find a quarter. And the one time I actually found a quarter in the middle of my refrigerator.
Yeah.
How would a quarter get in my refrigerator?
That was her wanting you to know.
And at the time, nobody was living with me. I was going
sure.
through a divorce. My first wife, I was going through a
Oh.
divorce. And I was by myself. So how would a quarter get in my middle of my refrigerator? And it seemed like every
No.
time I was upset, a quarter would pop up. I find quarters in my shoes.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me. Have you ever had anything like that happen? Like anything just kind of, where did that come from type thing?
I have only had that happen once, and I like I said, I live in a super old house, but I'm very much like that. Just because you live in an old house doesn't mean it's haunted, right? Like the supermarket down the street that just got built could be more haunted than my house. But I did have that happen with the music box going off that had never been wound for years, just out of nowhere, and it was my grandfather's favorite song, and it was just really just went off randomly. Years of not being used, and it just suddenly I'm like, what is that noise?
Yeah.
Spirits can come back to you, and they will
do.
leave you a little reminder of them, or something that makes you think of them at that time.
Hey, it may be a smell or like something. Yeah, a lot of people will say, "Oh, I smelled the perfume," and it was like my grandma's or my mom's, or and sometimes like cigarettes or pipes or cigars and stuff. Yeah.
Right. Or music, like I said, like even music that you hear on the radio or whatever. Sure. Yeah. People say that too. Yeah, definitely.
My wife had an aunt that was always trying to get rid of, and my father started smoking at the age of 11.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. And he smoked his whole life. And it's funny because because he was living in California, and when they contacted me, they say, he's sick and everything. And they say he has cancer. Right away, I think lung cancer.
Oh, yeah.
No, they say his lungs have no cancer. That's the only thing. I didn't have cancer. I'm like, but he smoked since he was 11 years old. Because he was 11. Then he was in the Korean War. And he just escalated. And, at that time, smoking was the cool thing to do.
Yeah.
Hey, let me, if you don't mind, it said, Gwen, can you do remote viewing of locations and everything? Or country? Actually, can. And I didn't try. I didn't try. I was thinking about my granddaughter one day, and she's little, and I was thinking about her, and I couldn't see her because she lives like 4 hours away from me, well, a little over that. And I was just thinking about her when I went to bed. I was like, God, I would love to see her. This, that. I was thinking about her room, and I woke up the next morning, and I was like, but I was like, I dreamed about her, and I saw little things in her room that looked different, and then I saw a picture who my son-in-law's mom posted of her in her room, and I had never seen this the way they had like did a little different, and it was exactly like in my dream. And since then, when I tried it, I can do it. I actually was at an experiment last summer with J.W. Prather. I'm going to say that wrong.
Yep. Right.
The World Gate Project, and I actually got to participate like the last day there. We were on our walkabout. That was one of our things, and it was awesome. So yes, I've tried a couple times after that, and I have been able to do it. But that's how it happened. That's how I figured out I could do it. It was just odd. Yeah. So yes, I can.
So would you call that remote viewing or more like an astral projection?
I don't know. I don't know which one it would be. And I don't know how to tell. I don't know. But I was thinking about Scotland, and I saw a castle type like an old thing. So I guess in other countries too, but I know I've never, not in this life, I've not been there anyway. You know, it may have
Okay.
been
Yeah.
something like that. Sure. I don't know how to astral project or remote view. I'm not sure in my head what's the difference.
Doesn't matter. You got to
No.
see your granddaughter. Which is
I did.
yeah,
I
I
was
know.
able to see her. Yeah.
I always focus on the outcome. You know, it doesn't matter how you got there. The important thing is that you got happy experience out of it, right? Doesn't matter how.
I did.
Doesn't matter
That's
what we
like,
call it.
yeah. But yeah, that was weird that he asked that. So, because yeah, I hadn't thought about that in a little bit. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a good question. That's a good
yeah.
question.
Yeah, it actually is. I love good questions. I do.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
I didn't think
When
about
you
trying
were
to do
on
some of
your
that
walkabout,
boring,
what
you know.
you know what? If I don't get through Kim's question, she's going to be like, "Did you
No,
ask
it's
my
fine.
questions?" No,
No,
I
I'm
will
kidding.
answer the question.
I'm giving. You have to. We talk like brother and sister to each other, so don't mind us. We're like,
yeah,
"Hey,
so-
you." No,
I know.
he's
So
like,
when I was on
yes.
my walkabout, what was her question? When I was on my
What
walkabout?
was yeah, what was what do you have like an experience that was incredible, like really profound, that stands out to you, that really like made a change in you or scared you or anything, like a really, what was your most profound experience, do you think, on that?
That
Or
was
in general,
meeting
you
me.
can just talk about it at any time, not
Meeting
not
me, no?
necessarily at that time. In general,
Meeting
do
him.
you have one that sticks
It was
out?
meeting me. Changed everything. Hey.
Yeah, true.
That was it. It was meeting Anthoiny Simonelli. The
There-
same
there-
for me,
So,
Gwen.
it
Same
was
for me.
scary at the
Yeah.
same time. You know,
We have that in common.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you,
Simultaneously terrified and happy. Yes.
that's funny. I did have some stuff happen. The World Gate thing, I actually
That's amazing.
that when put it this way, even to this day, if I not woke up, if I came out of it and found out that the whole last year was being part of it, I would not be surprised. That's how profound it was for me. But also I had something happen at Jericho in Wisconsin. I had a apparition spirit, however you want to title it, came out of one of the walls and looked at me. And I was laying down, just getting comfortable. I had not gone to sleep. They looked at me. They looked at the other person in the room. They looked back at me. And I was like, because I'm a little bit of a goof, I went like, hi, and then they just stood there for like a split second, turned around and walked into the hall. And as they did, they just disappeared.
Wow.
I've seen stuff, but I know they were looking at me, like directly, like at me, not through me,
Right.
not like some kind of, but those two things.
You had a second. You had a moment. Like you connected. Yep.
It
Okay.
absolutely was.
That is profound.
Yeah.
That is because a lot of times you see things, but they're not looking at you, and not.
No,
I don't see anything.
It's something they've probably done 1,000 times, but this one actually was looking at me, and the World Gate thing, that was awesome. Like I said, if I came out of it right this minute in the whole last year, I would not be surprised. That's how intense it was.
Oh, that changed you forever. Yeah, exactly.
It did. And honestly, I think it's helped me to accept stuff even better. The walkabout is something that I needed to do, and I'm not done. I'm gonna do some other. Say we were in the same location, it may be one of the episodes. I need to get time to. I'm probably gonna have to lock myself in a cabin or somewhere for a week or something to get through the footage and everything. So, but yeah, awesome. Yeah,
I get it. Like you still have some work to do with it.
I do. There's so much footage from all that time. We even had a dash cam going, probably 90-something% of the time when we occasionally we forget to plug it up or something. But I just need to kind of go through it too. But yeah, those two things really stick out. They do. They really do.
Those are
you ever tried
really
body cam yet?
Have I tried what?
Body cams.
I have, but I don't have the money to go buy a super expensive one. So the ones I had, I got lucky and I found one that actually is kind of, and but I haven't got the knack of it yet because honestly, I forget I have it.
Mm-hmm.
So I do actually have footage on it right now. And I need to get, and then I have one that's like really not great at all. It's kind of grainy and stuff.
Yeah.
I like them, but I would, unless that's like drones, I would love to have a drone. It's just the money. I like, and this may be one of not Kim's questions, but some of the equipment. I think I asked Anthoiny this the other night, but I'm pretty basic. I love my mag light flashlight because it's the one I had all the time I was on the road as a paramedic, so it has lots of energy.
Right.
I like that. I like my dowsing rods, but I don't use them all the time. And then I did like my spirit box, but it broke because I like the method. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to get me another one. Unless we can get my friend Candy, I left it at her house. We were trying to get into it to see if there was because I did fly with it a lot last year and traveled. So I got to get one of those, but no, it's okay. But I like the basic stuff. I just do. Yeah.
Right.
Basic stuff. Like I'm getting back into it, like with the drawings and stuff. And I've been bringing my dowsing rods and all the stuff. I'm going back, trying to get back into the beginnings because it's getting too crazy out there with all the equipment, price-wise and everything. So I'm like,
don't get me wrong. I do love to try new equipment and stuff.
Yeah, I do. But
I like to try it.
But the new equipment now is the same old equipment that we repackaged.
Right.
Yeah.
She says she's still working on it. Well, when I go down, we'll just break into it. And you know what? If it still works on the inside, we'll figure out how to make it look very cute or something. I don't know.
There you go. You bling it out.
We're getting time. We're getting almost to the 2-hour mark.
I know. So I got to ask my question.
Well, go ahead.
What is your go-to?
Because I wanted to talk about how we're going to find it.
On a
go-to snack. Go-to snack. Of course, always Dr. Pepper and butterscotch candy.
Good one. That's a new one.
Yeah, butterscotch candy because your mouth gets dry.
Oh, see, those are great. See, we get a lot of peanut M&Ms on the show, so that was really original. I like that. Yeah. Butterscotch candy.
Yeah,
I like my
and it's nostalgic, and it could be a trigger object.
That's true.
Yeah. So, how can people find you at the network and everything? I'm going to put your poster up again, and I want to just tell everybody in the audience how they could find you again.
Well, you put Litriana's stuff, which is fine. But I honestly, if you want to get me, just Gwen Johns, and you'll see a picture of me. And I have a black T-shirt on, basically kind of like I look today, except my hair looks a little better. On Facebook, that is my best way. I do have TikTok, but that's not my professional. I go and play on there. Instagram kind of comes from Facebook. Also, if you want to email me something, it's class like CLASS and then gbjohn16 at gmail. Besides that, you can always get in touch with anybody on the network. They've got me. You guys would get me also. I don't give out my phone number on here because I accidentally got it posted one time, and I just did recover from that a couple of years ago. So
oh boy. Yeah. No.
But that's
and
Facebook.
The network, so they can subscribe to your network.
Yes, it's all access network television. Sometimes it doesn't pop up directly, so go to my Facebook and you will see it. It's everywhere. All access network television. It's also Facebook, YouTube, and just please subscribe. Please subscribe, and you will always find it every show that we do or I'm on or anything like that. It's normally now tonight I put mine for you guys because I wanted to get it out there also. But
thank you.
All access, mine, Litriana's. Usually it's whoever's the host of the show. You can see the episodes on there. But like I said, just reach out. I'll talk to anybody. Just
I love it.
I will. I will. I do. And I don't snob people or anything like that. Even it. I like Kimm. He's sweet. He's very sweet.
Everybody enjoyed. Everybody loved having you on tonight. I especially enjoyed having you on tonight. I couldn't wait to talk to you because I didn't get much time with you before. So hopefully we'll spend more time together soon.
I will, and I'll come back and I'll get you guys on something. I don't have my own show anymore because I'll be real with you. I just don't have time. So I co-host. And I pop in and out. I'm always in the back, so people are forever like the other night. Gwen, come on, Gwen.
Well,
but anytime you want me to come back, let me know, and we'll get you on some of ours. And I may even do a special and have you guys on. But
we would love that.
Be aware when I go to these events this year, I'm going to be live.
Okay. So you're gonna have a Seekers Chronicles event. And no, really, it was really, really nice to have you on. Thank you so much for being
We gotta
here.
get you up
Especially,
here
I know
sometime.
you've got things
Yes.
to do. So
I really am going to be, when I get close to there, I'm going to let you guys know, because I would, like I
Please.
said, have somebody invite me to something in November. I'm not going to say what it is. And yeah, anytime I get close, I'll let you guys know, because I would love to do something with you guys. And the Shanley would be, because it is on my bucket list, but anything would be cool just to hang
well,
out.
you have the best guide on earth right there to the Shanley.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
get
I think
them to
so.
share with us. Awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I mean, that'd be great to have. Because we really haven't investigated. We talked and everything, but not really investigated together.
No,
Yeah.
You know?
no, we hadn't had a
Oh,
chance.
it would be a blast.
It really would, because I tell you, we jokingly say I'm haunted, but I do bring my own set of spirit guides that
Mhm.
it's fun. It's fun.
Well,
So-
Anthony will bring the cannoli. See,
Oh,
we got through the whole
cannoli.
show. The whole show
Really?
without saying cannoli. That's our drinking game. When you say cannoli, you got to drink.
Oh, okay. But you needed a food question. Was that the snack?
No, that's just a
No,
drinking game.
there's all kinds of stuff.
Every time we say cannoli, which is usually a lot,
We really do have to
Anthony
end
will
the
bring
show.
cannoli.
We got
Okay.
5 minutes, and we got, I just was so happy that you came on tonight. I know Jennie is
Yeah,
a
me too.
fangirl. She
I
loves
am
you.
a fan.
Well, keep
She's
in
a
touch,
fan.
you guys, and I will come back on your show. Just let me know in a little notice, and I'll get my
Please.
friend
Don't
Sean to
disappear
cover
right
it.
away. We'll say
And come
goodbye
back
at
with
the end.
Kimm.
Yeah, we gotta
Yes.
get through it with Kimm.
I would love to. Just tell me
Yeah.
when you have an opening, and I'll make it happen.
We'll talk
Okay.
past lives.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that is it. I love that.
Yeah, so does she. So does she.
Good.
So
I was like, ooh, she's got to come back with Kimm.
yeah, definitely, we gotta make plans with you coming back with Kimm.
Absolutely.
But we do have to end the shows. So
I know, and I hate
doing
it.
this.
It doesn't seem
I
like
hate doing this.
Went so fast.
Yeah, it did. Went by fast. But you don't go nowhere. Like I said, we would just want to say goodbye afterwards.
Okay.
I just want to tell everybody thank you for coming in. We had a great audience
Oh
tonight.
my gosh,
You brought-
yes.
You
Thank
brought
you,
more
everyone.
people to us now than we've seen in a while, and that was pretty cool. Thank you for that,
New
and
friends.
thank you for everybody in the audience, and thank you to the All Access Network TV because I think all your shows were showing up tonight.
Yes.
Everybody from all the different shows.
Well,
And
it was our
thank you.
80th episode, so thank you for being there for
Yes,
that.
it was our
What was
80th
that?
episode.
80th.
80th.
Nice.
Yeah, that was pretty
Gosh.
cool. So
That was
yeah,
special,
that's
Glenn.
good.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm glad you came on the 80th too. That was very cool.
That's
And
cool.
you're a great guest. So
Well, thank you.
yeah. And she's like, oh, bad. You're a good guest. Hey.
Well, thank you. I enjoy it. And thank you guys again. And I know you got to pop me in the back, and I'll be back there waiting. But everybody who watched,
No, we're not gonna pop you in the back. We're just gonna go end the show. We're just gonna say
We're going
goodbye.
to end the show, and
So
we'll talk
I just
to you
want to tell
after.
everybody out there, thank you for coming on tonight. And remember, you have to be safe out there. You're on any investigation or anything. You got to be safe out there because you want to look for ghosts. You don't want to be a ghost. Good night. Ciao, familia.
Not yet.
Bye bye.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Good night.
Hey, how you doing?